Clause number 4 of the Freedom Charter says that the land shall be shared amongst those who work it. Land has been at the heart of the historic injustice of dispossession and the stripping off of the dignity of the African people in particular and black people in general. As Sol Plaatje stated, and I quote, "Awakening on Friday morning, June 20, 1913, the South African native found himself not actually a slave, but a pariah in the land of his birth." Unquote. What a statement to describe the damage done by the Land Act of 1913, among others. Worse than the position of a slave, as Pixley Isaac says, as Sol Plaatje says. To begin to reverse this calamity, the ANC government has restored nearly 3.2 million hectares of land where people have chosen to receive financial compensation. Government has paid out more than 18 billion rand between 1995 and November 2014. Altogether, nearly 1.8 million claimants have benefited from this program to date. However, we are deeply concerned about the pace of land redistribution, and we need to balance restoration, economic development, and food security when we deal with the land issue. We reassert the correctness of the Constitution, but reiterate that the usage of the willing buyer, willing seller policy has had unsatisfactory results. Our Constitution is very clear on this matter and states that, and I quote, "Property may be expropriated only in terms of the law of general application for public purpose or in the public interest, and subject to compensation, the amount of which and the time and the manner of payment of which have either been agreed to by those affected or decided or approved by a court." Unquote. The Constitution further states that the amount of the compensation and the time and manner of payment must be just and equitable, reflecting an equitable balance between the public interest and the interests of those affected. We commit that the land will be returned to our people. The ANC calls on its government to act with the necessary speed to put the legislation in place this year to ensure that this happens. Expropriation will be done in line with the Constitution and the law that will be passed this year. Furthermore, the ANC calls upon farmers to do more to improve the lives of farm workers and farm dwellers on their farms. We call on our government to take decisive steps to prevent the eviction of farm workers, the indigent, and the poor. Whilst the tort system has been legally abolished, some farmers are still practicing the use of alcohol as a form of payment. The ANC and its alliance partners must engage in campaigns to expose and end this practice. Among the tasks of ANC members, all ANC branches must monitor the speed with which the government accelerates the implementation of land restitution. ANC branches must also spearhead campaigns for the protection of the rights of farm workers and farm dwellers.